What's up, YouTube? Happy Friday. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And today is Friday, so you know what that means. We are talking Fast Pass Draft Tournament, draft and strategy. So we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. And guys, as I always suggest on these tournaments, if you are only going for 15 wins, get the essential players on offense and then go defense heavy. If you are grinding the player, you may as well just go all offense, because when you're playing hundreds of games, you're going to get 15 wins automatically. So just make sure you're set up to get as many points as possible. So anyways, guys, when we look at this one, 30 minutes to complete all drives. Each drive starts at your own 20-yard line. You get pass plays only. First downs are available. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this thing, see how we draft here, starting with the first round. Let's see. Don't want a halfback at all. So an 89 DT or an 89 corner, I would rather take a DT because I want a full secondary. So we're just going to take the defensive tackle, move on to round two. Here we go at round two. Let's see. What do we got? Slow wide receivers. Wow, that is not a great guard and not a great corner. You know what? Just for no other reason, I'm probably gonna lean towards a tight end. So I think I will. You know what? Nah, we're gonna stick with it. You know what? We're gonna take the corner. We're gonna take the corner for now, just in case. I want a good secondary, so we're gonna take the corner. The guard doesn't really do anything for us, and those wide receivers are just not gonna quite cut it. So what do we have here? Don't care about center. Don't care about a guard. Let's see. So we have a defensive end with 84 speed, or another defensive tackle. I tend to want better defensive ends, but just in case we don't get it, I'm going to go ahead and take Eric Lee. Moving on to round 4 here. We finally get the elite round, and let's see, what do we have? Let's take a look. Decent speed on the wide receivers, but you know what? I'm going to take that 24/7 Tyrod. If I don't get another quarterback, I know that he will do. He's got decent enough speed, and he's not a bad choice. Hopefully I get to replace him. So what do we get here? We get a couple of linebackers, neither of which is all that impressive. And Jalen Collins, we're going to go ahead and take Jalen Collins. Over 100 speed on the corner position. Definitely something we want here. Let's see. I don't even need to look at the stats, guys. I'm taking nada here. I don't care about an offensive line in this tournament at all, especially not for an elite pick. So we're going with the tackle here. Let's see. Now we've got Eric Reed, Captain Munnerlyn, and AJ Bouye. I'm going to go with Eric Reed here. Go ahead and get the safety. I want two really good safeties. It's probably the most important position in a draft like this. So let's see. We got Jason Witten, who I believe is pretty slow. Yeah, 88 speed on 100 and... yep, you know what? We're going Ezekiel Ansah here. We are going Ezekiel Ansah. So we've got both ends. We may replace that one. So what do we get here? Andy Dalton. We don't need a quarterback. Don't really need either of these running backs, although that Gurley at 110 is actually not an awful option. What does this catch look like? 93 catch. That Brian Cushing, you know what? It only works for a couple of plays, but that 111 speed could be an asset. I'm going to take, even though it's a no-running tournament, there's two pass plays that actually could benefit from having that kind of a running back there. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. Plus, he's going to help with the overall to lessen the effective counters. So what do we have here? We got a couple of corners. We're just going to take the fastest and go with Nevin Lawson here. Moving on to round 11. What do we have here? We've got a couple of tight ends. Neither of them are fast. We got AJ Green. This is a bunk round, guys. This is a very bunk round. I am going to go with AJ Green here. May as well just go with AJ Green. Nothing better I could take there. So let's see. Moving on to round 12, what do we have? We've got a couple of good corners. We've got a relatively slow 107 defensive end. And this one's going to be no question. They're both 110 overalls, but this guy is much faster. And we, you know, just in case we get paired up against somebody who's got a burner of a wide receiver, we want to make sure that we get that. So what do we have here? We have Matthew, Logan Ryan, Jamar Taylor, Bruce Irvin. I think I'm going to go with Matthew here. That way we have both safeties and our secondary is filled out. Let's see what we get. Like, can we get a... Ooh. Guys, I think this is a no-brainer. I think this is going to be a no-brainer, but let's take a look. Yeah, we don't care for either of those guys. I got to replace him. I got to take RG3. I got to take this RG3. I mean, how do you not take him? I know it's only the 115 one, but we got to take him over Tyrod. I mean, there's no comparison. Look at those stats. I mean, you're talking about a much better speed, much better throw power, and throw accuracy across the board. So RG3, welcome to the squad. Did I really not earn the bonus round? I didn't. You know what? We're gonna buy the bonus round. That was me slacking and not doing my weeklies. What do we have here? We're going to take Alford and we're going to get rid of Kevin Johnson. So he gets replaced. No more golds in the secondary at all. Fully stacked secondary. What do we have here? We've got... We don't need another corner at all. Kind of a wasted pick here. But I'm going to go for the faster defensive end and replace our gold defensive end. So my linebacker core is awful. Can we get a decent... No, we're not. We're not getting a decent anything. Waste. Not needed. I guess we take a linebacker. And there is the draft, guys. So we're going to end it there. Pretty embarrassed that I didn't do my weekly goals, and you guys got to see that there. But it is what it is. Went ahead and spent that 200 Madden cash. Let's take a look at the squad here. RG3, we're either going to wide receiver 1 or to our running back. I should be able to make that work. The defense is pretty nasty. You know, a fully stacked out secondary of elites. And, you know, a decent pass rush too. So we're going to stop it there, guys. Let's go ahead, hop... Oh, yeah, you know what? Before we hop into some coaching, let me give you some strategy stuff, guys. Let's talk strategy for this one. So it is no passes allowed. Let's first talk about coaches, okay? So for coaches, what I personally am going to do for this one is I am going to use Pro Bowl Tomlin because he's active on every single defensive play in the game, including kickoffs. Can't turn that down. I've got him at level 3. And then on offense, I am probably going to use Chuck Pagano, who boosts short pass, your whole team on short pass. Well, not your whole team, but most of your offense on short pass plays. And there's a lot of good short pass plays that are going to go to wide receiver 1, streak routes that'll work for this tournament. That's what I'm going with for my coaches. For my game plan, I haven't had it set, but let's go ahead. We're going to do a mock one real quick here. Going to throw in my defensive unit. Going to throw in... You know what? I don't have a short pass. If you have a short pass, you know what? I'm gonna throw in the PA, just because they can't use the run play on the conversions. And then what we want to do is we want to shut down streak plays that people like. So I like this PA, FL fly, and bunch halfback clear out. Let's see. You don't want to cover any run plays. So let's see. PA deep attack, empty comebacks. We're going to build this thing as we build it. Slant under and shallow cross. Pin deep and clear out. And empty stick and spot. That should work. Basically, guys, just cover as many of the long pass plays as you can, and then kind of adjust during the tournament. But that's what I'm going to be doing, guys, is basically shutting down a bunch. My defensive unit shuts down Hail Mary and PA tight end corner. I may switch this up. Not fully sold on it, but you get the point. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some coaching. All right, guys, we're going up against Bearded Unicorns. I'm going up against a 123 overall defense. So after the tough matches that we had, you know, this is a little bit of an easier match. Hitting lower overalls, higher ranked league. So hopefully we should be able to just showcase some smart play calling here. Don't anticipate counters really being too big of a problem. You normally only see counters being problematic against top leagues. He's got a little too much kick power, kicking it into the end zone. So we're going to go ahead and start this thing off. Trips corner strike, same way we always do. And we're looking to either hit wide receiver 1, Mike Evans, or our slot receiver, Jimmy Graham, in the flat. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and run it. Flat is covered, so we're going to go deep to wide receiver 1. We hit Mike Evans at the sideline and get a big gain there. So 1st and 10, we are going to hop in and we are going to go spread PA outs here. And here we've got double wide dime man coverage. This is a very special coverage with spread PA outs. And if you get this coverage, congratulations, you got a touchdown. So here's how it's going to work, guys. I normally, for anything other than cover 2 zone, would go to wide receiver 1. Cover 2 zone, you go to your tight end on that deep post. However, with double wide man, both of the safeties come to the line of scrimmage to double team wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. So your tight end basically has a free one-on-one coverage against the dime back there. Now you'll see what happens is the dime back is going to freeze when it's snapped. And look at that. Ingram, wide open, nobody behind him, guaranteed touchdown. So if you see double wide man coverage, just congratulate yourself and realize you got a free easy touchdown. So here we go, bunch spacing. I'm going to take that right up the hole there, and we are in for 8 points on the day. Going to speed this thing up, hop right into drive number 2, and then, of course, on to drive number 3 after that. So here we go. He's going to go ahead and kick it off, and once again, too much kick power, kicking it out of the back of the end zone. So we're going to start it out, trips corner strike, one more time. Same kind of coverage, just reading either wide receiver 1 or the flat. This time, the flat is open, so we're going to go ahead and hit Jimmy Graham there. And he's not going to hang on to the ball, so it sets up a 2nd and 10. And we're going to have to try some new plays here, so I'm going to go with empty trip, shallow cross. I love this play because if it's open, you know slant under is open. And you just go to your running back on that drag route. There he is, wide open. And we get some yards after it, and we pick up the 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10. Going to go back to spread PA outs. We're up against dime zone. So against this coverage, guys, this is a little bit of a unique coverage. It is counter formation. It doesn't mean it's countered. But I actually, against this particular coverage, tend to go to my slot, Jimmy Graham. So we'll go ahead and run it here. And as you can see, Graham, we've got a cover 3. So you've got a safety in the middle, a corner, and 2 safeties, and then a corner dropping into cover 3. You don't want to throw the deep post against cover 3. However, Jimmy Graham is wide open and left alone. Very rare coverage. You don't see it all that often. Normally when you see dime zone, you're looking at a counter. So here we go. We're supposed to catch a pass on the left half of the field. It's worth a little bit of experience. So I'm going to go ahead and go motion-wise stick here and just flip it. Look to go to our tight end. The reason I flip it is to break the counter in case it was countered. It is not, so we hit Evan Ingram there for about an 8 or a 9 yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 2, so 8 yards there. And we've got we're going to go empty trip stick here. We've got dime zone coverage. What we're going to do is bullet it to our halfback, Marshawn Lynch here. So there we go. We hit Lynch. Tried to throw a quick stiff arm. Unfortunately, there were too many guys there. So we got another 1st and 10. And here we're going to go bunch flanker drive. We're on the right hash. We've got a 4-3 zone coverage. And against zone coverage on this play, I like to go to the running back, Marshawn Lynch, on that wheel route. He's going to run towards the sideline and then cut up field right along the sideline. And he's usually going to be open for a big gain. I mean, look at that. Wide open. Nobody even covering Marshawn Lynch, 120 overall player. And that is going to be a nice, easy touchdown from about 20-something yards out. We're going to go bunch spacing one more time here. And it is counter formation here. Thankfully, it is not countered, so we're able to loop around. And we're sitting on 16 for the day. Going to speed this thing up, hop right into our 3rd and final drive, and see if we can finish strong. Again, we're playing down. It's going up against a 123 defense, which after all the 127, 128, and 2029s I've been playing lately, definitely feels a little bit like a slower defense. Here we're going to go trips corner strike, and we've got a blitz coming. We know that because the strong safety came down to guard our slot receiver. And against blitz coverage, you are going to go to wide receiver 2, Jerry Rice, right up here. So we're going to go ahead and run it. He's going to run almost like a little curl route here. And look at this. He runs his little curl route, and we have got daylight. Look at that, taking it and turning it into a one-play banger off of the blitz coverage. That does not happen all that often, but man, is it sweet when it happens. So here we go, bunch spacing. Dime zone is not counter formation, so we're going to go up the hole, and that is a perfect 24 on the day. So guys, we are going to stop it right there. If you like this video or what I'm trying to do here on the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Not only will that get you my content showing up in your feed, but it's going to be how you enter giveaways. So guys, going to drop a little hint. Last time I just did a giveaway, 118 overall movers. Deion Sanders went to Blighty X in the comments. But guys, this weekend I am going to do a true notification squad only giveaway. So make sure you've got the bell on because it is going to be a 2-hour giveaway. After the video drops, you got 2 hours to enter it. I'm not going to tell you exactly when it's dropping, but it will be this weekend. So make sure you're a part of the notification squad. And to do that, go ahead and ring the bell. I love you guys. You are the best audience ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.